And welcome to Jokes for Clicks, guys. This is Michael Buckheist, and this is live, raw, and uncut sports talk on another beautiful day here in the world. Tuesday morning, 70 degrees outside. We cannot ask for much better weather than we have going on right now in the world. We had a little heat wave, about a week and a half ago. It sucked, 110 degrees. 120 heat indexes, it sucked, I ain't gonna lie. But I'll take that if we can get 70 degrees in this last day of July, or two days from being July. Last 2 days in July, I should say. My words are getting all types of twisted up there. But guys, we are officially 2 days away from the NFL preseason. Still got a little while to go for the regular season, like 30-some days. I don't have the exact number in front of me anymore. I probably should have put that tracker app on my phone. That would have been pretty cool. But it's over a month away. I believe the first kickoff is like September 8th or something to that effect. I don't really know. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter because we're still breaking down games. We have still 2/3 of the NFL to go. We have hit that third wave mark here. And that being said, we have to talk about the greatest team to ever walk the NFL field. We have to talk about the greatest set of ownership, players, staff, cheerleaders, America's team. We have to talk about Dallas Cowboys. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break down the 2019 NFL football schedule for the Dallas Cowboys. Week 1, Dallas Cowboys are at home taking on the New York Football Giants. If you guys are listening to any other of the RTF Productions podcasts that I have been a part of, the Marcus and Mike show, I was on some barbershop talk. I was on Loyal B. I've been on 5 or 6 shows talking about how horrible the New York Football Giants are going to be. And I have to keep on echoing what I'm saying. They're going to be horrible. Cowboys get this win easy. Going on to week 2, traveling to the Washington Redskins. Washington Redskins are kind of the team what are they going to do? What are they going to do? When I initially made these picks, I did not really look at the Washington Redskins schedule. Roster. They did not lose a lot of people from last year when they were 6-3 in the talk of the NFL, talking about winning the NFC East. Then, of course, they lost, 7 straight games when Alex Smith went down with a broken leg. Not even a couple quarters later, another quarterback goes down with a broken leg. And then the next game, another quarterback goes down with a broken leg. So, the biggest issue that I have for the Washington Redskins is their quarterback play. Are they going to start Dwayne Haskins? Are they going to start Chase Keenum? Is Alex Smith going to make an appearance this season? With all those questions looming, I got to go with the Dallas Cowboys in week 2, beating the Redskins. Week 3, back at home, taking on the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are another team that's going to be not very good. With that being said, Cowboys win easily. Now we kind of get into the meat of the schedule. Kind of getting into some better games. Getting tired of these little snooze fests. Right now we're starting off 3-0. Going into week 4, traveling to the Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints. You guys remember last year the Cowboys went in to the Superdome, beat the Saints. I believe it was Sunday Night Football. I was traveling, watching that game on my phone in the car. Where were we traveling? We had been traveling to Kansas or something. I'm not for sure. But I think the Saints topped the Cowboys in this one. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Kamara, just too much for the Cowboys this week 4. Back at home, week 5, taking on the Green Bay Packers. This Green Bay Packer team concerns me and confuses me and excites me all at the same time. Aaron Rodgers seems to have a little pep in his step, but also has a little hatred in his heart a little bit. Kind of like when you get that new boss and you're kind of like, I don't really want to like him, but he's doing good things. I think that's kind of what's going on with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers right now up there in Green Bay. But week 5, I do have the Cowboys beating the Packers just because Cowboys are at home. And I think the Packers are going to still kind of be finding their groove at that point. Week 6, traveling to New York to take on the New York Jets. This game has the makings of a good game. You have 2 of the top tailbacks in the league, and Le'Veon Bell and Ezekiel Elliott, if Zeke shows up to camp or to the season. So, quarterback play. I'm not too much worried about the quarterback play for the New York Jets. I'm more worried about the receiver play. They've had a lot of suspensions lately, so I'm picking the Cowboys. Next week, week 7, back at home, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. This is probably going to be the game of the week, depending on how the Eagles are, if Carson Wentz is still healthy. Because if Carson Wentz go down, the Eagles are screwed. But I do have the Cowboys winning this game going into the bye week. Bye week is week 8, so all you fantasy owners, keep that in mind. Make sure you have somebody, the New Orleans tailback or the Chargers quarterback or tailback, Rams tailback. Zeke will be on a bye week this week. But week 9, coming off the bye week, traveling to the New York Giants. Come on, giving us 2 weeks to prepare for the Giants. That's a win. Week number 10, back at home, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. This one, I don't know what to really think about this game. I want to be high on the Vikings. I'm high on the Cowboys, obviously. They are my second team in the NFL. But I think the Vikings come into Texas Stadium and they give the Cowboys a loss at home. Setting up a Week 11 matchup, going to the Silverdome to take on the Detroit Lions at Detroit. Detroit, I don't know what you guys are. You guys traded away Golden Tate. You guys traded away a couple tailbacks and linemen. Only person you really have left on that team is Matt Stafford. That's worth a darn that I have seen in the last year. I don't follow you guys too close in the off season, but maybe you guys are making strides. Cowboys beat the Lions. Setting up a matchup in Week 12 where the Cowboys are traveling to New England. This is going to be a staple on the Cowboys season. They're going to go into Foxborough. They're going to play a great game. Just like how we played great against the Saints last year, it's going to be the exact echo. It is going to be a battle. It is going to come down to the last second. Who has the ball last? Cowboys had the balls last. The Cowboys win. Giving us a Week 13 matchup at home, taking on the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are being projected to be pretty darn good. Maybe to top the Patriots in that AFC East. But they don't top the Cowboys in Week 13. Cowboys win. Give us a Week 14 matchup at Soldier Field, taking on the Chicago Bears. Who wants to travel to Chicago in December? Very few people do. Chicago Bears love it. Dallas Cowboys, a dome team, a warm weather team. That little bit of wind coming off the lake's going to cut through their bones. It's early December. It's cold. Might be raining. I'm giving the Chicago Bears the win in this game, but no doubt in my mind does this mean that the Bears will beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. So keep that in mind. But the Bears do win the regular season matchup. Giving us a next matchup, Week 15, taking on the LA Rams. This is a revenge game. You guys remember how the Rams ran the ball down the Cowboys' throat. They beefed up the defensive line. You remember how the Cowboys couldn't convert a third and short? I'm talking like 4, 3, 2, 1 yards. They added that with Jason Witten. They added that tight end. Cowboys win this one. They get revenge. They lay it on them. Give us a Week 16 matchup. Traveling to Philly. This one, I initially marked as a win. And I'm going to stick with my guns and keep it as a win. But it would not surprise me if Philly win this game. I mean, it's at Philly. It is a division foe. We haven't broke down the Philadelphia Eagles schedule yet, so we don't know where they're standing at this point. But Cowboys might be in cruise mode a little bit. But I do have the Cowboys winning this game because they're going to want that division title first seed. Or the number 1 seed, I should say. Giving a Week 17 matchup versus the Washington Redskins at home. We said this earlier in the year. The Washington Redskins team isn't the concern. It's the quarterback play. What quarterback are you going to have? Is it going to be Chase Keenum? Is it going to be Dwayne Haxton? Is Alex Smith going to make an appearance in this last game of the year? It doesn't really matter because Cowboys are just too much for the Washington Redskins. So if you guys were keeping tally, I'm giving the Cowboys a 13-3 record this season. Is that a little bit of a stretch? Yes, maybe. But at the same time, it is not unrealistic. The Cowboys are solid from 1 through 11 on the defensive side, 1 through 11 on the offensive side. They pretty much have their special teams set. They have the backup set. The only thing the Cowboys are really doing this preseason is filling like 4 or 5 roster spots for some depth at some position, basically some kickoff special teams, some kickoff returns special teams. Cowboys are loaded. This is the most loaded roster I have seen on the Cowboys since Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, those guys. What was that, like 94, 95, whatever that was? My man Marcus knows the Cowboys history like crazy, so I'll ask him later today on the Marcus and Mike show. But 13-3 record that I had the Dallas Cowboys going. The only thing that will prevent them from getting the number 1 seed in the NFC playoffs is that loss to New Orleans. Give me a break. Woo. Hello, allergy season. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. But the only way the Dallas Cowboys do not get a number 1 seed is if the New Orleans Saints go 13-3 as well. We have not broke down the New Orleans Saints. It'll be probably next week. So if they go 13-3 and they beat the Cowboys, they'll get the number 1 overall seed because of the tiebreaker. So, Cowboys fans, we need to beat New Orleans. I will take beating New Orleans if that means we have to lose in Philly in week 15 or 16, whatever it was. I said it. I would rather beat New Orleans, get that number 1 overall seed, than not be number 1 overall seed. That's all I gotta say. But guys, this is Clicks. Just for clicks. Just for clicks. Michael Buckhouse, live raw and uncut sports talk. Join me this afternoon. We out.